Hi, this is Larry. It's October 3rd, Thursday. I normally don't go on Thursday prospecting or mining, but due to unusual events, that's when I'm going. Now, I'm going to San Gabriel River. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, just in the like 75, 78, and it's going to jump up 10 degrees tomorrow. What I'm doing, I'm not going to go way back there to the war zone, as they're calling it. So many people have been back there. I'm sure there's still gold, but with the days getting a little shorter, you know, you have to just might have to stay a couple days to have the time to do anything. I'm going to an area that when I was a kid, my dad took me there. He had like a sluice box, I think it was made out of wood, up on stands, and we shoveled dirt into it, if I remember. And I don't remember how he had the water running in it, but he, you know, we found a little gold. Now this area, it's hard to get down to it. That's the problem. It's close, but it's hard to get down to it when you're carrying a bunch of junk. But I used to find stuff there. Now the last time I found anything substantial was after, I think, the flood of, was it 2007? Just in the first few inches you'd find wire gold, pickers, and everything else. But I know people have gone through this area since then. But I'm hoping that maybe they've missed some, because a lot of people, you know, not that many people go to this particular spot. I'm probably not going to say where it is once I get there. You may figure it out. But if it turns out to be good, I'll show you what I got. And just kind of keep it sort of a bit secret, so I don't have to walk so far to find some gold there. But let's see. That's about it. I just I'm going to go out to Randsburg and towards the end of the month to do some dry washing, and I just got a four-wheel drive. Hated to put out money, but I think it's going to get terrible gas mileage. I'm used to driving a Scion, and I get like 40 miles a gallon. This thing gets 15 tops, I think. But I needed to go out to some places. A friend of mine is back in town, and Michael Grayshaw, I may have mentioned him before. He has a lot of articles in the Pick and Shovel Gazette from the GPAA, and in their main magazine, Prospector magazine, different magazines every month. So he's back in town. He's going to be doing some metal detecting out by 29 Palms. So if I get the opportunity, I may go out there with him. But I know where he goes. I need just about a four-wheel drive or something better than the Scion, because it's a very rough road. So we'll see what we can do at San Gabriel. I'm not expecting much, but I'm hoping, find a little bit. If I can just find a little bit there, then I could spend longer time there next time, because I won't have to walk 4 miles. And I do more digging, and maybe I'll find the same amount as I find walking 4 miles. We'll find out. Shoot, I guess the next scene will be me there, hauling my junk down, or just doing something. Okay, I'm back. Here's a story. This area, somewhere in 29 Palms, it's an area where people go metal detecting all the time. And the area, there's one area that they just walk past to get to metal detecting. Normally in the desert you have 3 indicators. You've got your tulip plant, or trumpet plant rather, not tulip, trumpet plant, your green stone, and the iron stone that you're looking for. All those come together. There's a good probability there's some nuggets under there or something. And they anyway, there's some guys out there, and this area everybody just walks over. They were metal detecting there, and all of a sudden they got a big hit. Now this is unbelievable, but it is true. These guys ended up finding over 15 pounds, not ounces, 15 pounds of gold. Now, I don't know if any of if their story has been on YouTube or not, but it's a true story. And I'm sure Michael Grayshock and his brother are kicking themselves because the same area they've walked over it, walked just past it, going to the better place supposedly, who knows how many times, and as of other people have done the same thing. Okay, here's the part of the story. If you know that part, here's the part most people don't know. Up above them on a little hill, I think, there's a guy metal detecting up there, and he looks down, he sees them working down there. They probably saw him, but as time goes on, he keeps seeing them, over and over, putting their hands in their pockets. So he goes and gets his binoculars and he starts watching these guys, and he's seeing they're putting nuggets in their pockets over and over and over. Well, I don't know how long they were there, but anyway, they got over 15 pounds. And I guess they're planning, obviously, coming back another time to dig the surrounding area. Well, this guy, after they left, he went down there. And I don't know what he got. I don't know if that's ever been brought out. But he pretty well decimated the area. So, but I guess they can't complain. Over 15 pounds. Can you imagine that? So like I say, it's a true story. A guy from American Prospectors and Treasure Seekers, he knows the whole scenario, and he filled me in on it. So it's so the area we're going to, I don't know exactly where that spot is, but we'll be out there in 29 pounds. Maybe it'd be nice if I could hit on one where I could just find an ounce, not 15 pounds, just an ounce, half an ounce. Some big nuggets sitting out there, I'd be very happy. Oh, that's it. All right, I've been starting to dig, and so far I'm not really seeing the kind of color of dirt that I'm looking for that you usually see where there's gold, but it's not always that way. Sort of like when you go out to the desert, there's three things you look for. If you're out like, say, 29 Palms or the Barstow area, there's a plant called a trumpet plant. There's iron rock, kind of a real dark rock, and then there's a green rock. If you find all three of those together, you've got an excellent chance that you're going to find gold. It's the same way in the San Gabriel area. You're looking for sort of a rusty looking or darker band of dirt in the different layers. And so far I see possibly a little bit right there, but a lot of it is just the sandy soil going down here, possibly way down at the bottom. I'm going to have a lot of rocks to move. There might be some. I will give it a shot, see what we come up with. Won't know till we run it through the sluice. There's a guy named Arthur way over there, and he doesn't like people taking videos of the area, so I told him I'm not going to show where this is. I don't know if you can see it because I'm in a shadow here, but I'm starting to get some pieces. Let's see what we have now. I don't know if you can see it again, but it seems to be quite a bit up in here. And there's actually some down here too. Maybe if the sun ever gets over here, we can see it better. Okay, that's all for now. So where I was digging, it looks like getting quite a bit of stuff. The whole thing caved in on me, so it would take me the rest of the day and then some to clear all that out. And so what I'm going to do is just try a few test holes here and there, see what I come up with before I leave. Okay, here's my hole. It was my hole until the whole thing decided, I figured it might, but didn't know it would do it so extensively. The whole thing decided to cave in, and so I'm just going to have to leave it. Maybe somebody else will want to dig it out someday. Here's the Jeep I got to head out, the four-wheel drive I got to head out to the desert in. So it's, you know, it's kind of rough. It's missing some trim, and right now it's really dirty. The winds have been blowing dust all over everything. But it has some, you know, fairly new tires on it. The inside's okay. You know, one seat's kind of worn out. But it'll get, hopefully it'll run and get us to the good claims way out there where a lot of people can't get to. That's what we want to do. Put the information about the Jeep on the Clean MPG site, where you get a lot of hypermiling tips that I've used over the years, get real good mileage. And there were some people that had a similar one, or maybe a year off or something like that, that put up some suggestions that I'll try to see if I can get a little better mileage. I've got to get something better on it. So see, I've got two Scions. This, I don't know what color this is. It's probably the only one in the world this color. My wife had it painted this color because somebody had keyed the thing. So it's like a baby blue. Probably can't make it out here. Now hers is an automatic, and so it gets pretty good mileage. You know, like 36, 37. But mine's a stick, and so I can get it up into the 40s. I've got a scan gauge on there that tells me exactly what I'm getting, so it helps but I can only fit so much stuff in there to, you know, go places, and you can see how low it is, so you can't go to a lot of places, a lot of claims that I'd like to. So we'll see how this baby works, if it's gonna drive me broke or not. Thank Eagle Eye Kay for finding all the gold, doing all that work.
Let me put the two big ones in the middle. You've been down here into my gold.
Nope.
Take my picker. There it is.
So there it is. Pretty impressive. Probably not as impressive as Robert Ferguson. He always Does a lot of digging and gets a lot of gold, but for me, it's pretty impressive. So
How many hours were you digging?
I don't know,
It's just because how much?
a few hours.
How many buckets?
I didn't keep track this time.
Oh.
Okay, there it is.
Here, I'll take the water out. You can see it better.
So there we go, folks. So I'm happy with what I got. Talk to you later. Hey, here's Kay's number 5 pan.
Last pan.
Oh, last pan, okay. All right, very nice. Quite a few little pieces and a couple bigger ones. So now we'll see it all together.
Scoop.
Okay, there's number 4 pan that Kay's done. It's like a nice picker in there. So some little stuff. All adds up. Kay's doing her 4th pan now. We'll just get a little look at, since she's getting down to where the gold should be.
He thinks I'm going to let him see it before I'm done panning. All right, here.
I thought I saw a big one in there.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Okay. Okay, looks like we've got some good stuff in there. She'll clean it up in a while. Add it to the collection. Here's how much she has left to go. So we shall see. This is pan number 3. Let me see. Yeah, it looks better in the shadow. Pan number 3. A little bit less, but it was a smaller scoop. We'll continue. So here's what Kay's panned so far. She's done 2 pans, and there's what we have. So we'll let her keep on going. Okay, here's Kay with the first pan again. She cleaned it out really well.
Is it glaring?
Let me put it in the shadow. Maybe that sometimes that works. All right. Thank you. Kay's yelling for me to come. Maybe she found something good. That's the first pan? Mm-hmm. Boy. Okay. There's the first pan. Quite a bit of little stuff, but it adds up.
There's a big chunk.
Where?
Big picker right here.
Oh, okay. There's a nice one. Okay. Very nice. Kay likes to pan. She doesn't like to dry wash. I don't think she's much of a sluice box person. We went out to Arizona one time, and I was vacuuming crevices and, vacuuming up the dirt and all that.
I took pictures of cactuses.
Yeah. So, yes, she'd rather find rocks and cactus and all that. And let's see. Although we went to this place called, I think it was called the Silver Dollar Mine. Wasn't that in Northern California somewhere?
Yes, I panned there.
Yeah, she really liked to pan. She was getting roots and shaking them and everything else. So that's her specialty. And as you can see, she does a fantastic job. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see. This is her first pan. She's getting that down. See what we have. A lot of black sand.
Oh, first bit of color.
Oh, there's a couple little pieces over there. Yeah, a lot of black sand. Black sand doesn't fill the cavities, though. You gotta have the gold. I just made up that saying, Kay. It's good. It's gonna be infamous.
Everybody's gonna laugh.
Oh well, a little humor. If we don't have humor, what do we have?
Oh, you need to say black sand won't cap the teeth.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, the wrappers look kind of funny if they had the black sand coating their teeth instead of the gold grill. Oh, there's a whole bunch. Okay. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, we shall return.
Go through this already?
No. Now we have the famous Calamity Kay prospector's wife. She's going through this, panning it out on how much she's done so far.
I just started.
Okay, so we'll check back in a little bit. See how her panning techniques are doing. She's very methodical, so it may be a while, but she'll get every little bit, I'm sure. There's one of the dams there, St. Gabriel Dam. I may have mentioned this before in one of my videos. I don't recall for sure. I guess it doesn't matter if I mention it again. Somewhere, I believe, in between here. Now, you're not allowed to trespass or go down there. It'd be pretty hard anyway. But anyway, let's just say somewhere between here where you could go down and the freeway, I believe. There's a guy that was on one of those Gold Fever shows that Tom Massey interviewed that gets tons of fine gold in the sand. He has all the equipment set up in his backyard to go through all this stuff. It takes a while to, to get fine gold out of it. But he makes a living at it. I mean, he gets a lot of gold. He goes for a lot of material, but he gets a lot of gold. And I think he even said he even had people trying to follow him to figure out where this place was. So he's got to watch out. But it's just fine stuff that most of us would probably not even mess with. But he's got a system set up very well to get all this stuff and all his contraptions to run the sand and dirt through there. But I believe, like I said, he's not going to say exactly where it is. It does sound like it's somewhere between where you could go down here and the freeway, where it's probably real sandy. Oh, there's quite a bit of water down there.
U.S. Capitol in lockdown following reports of gunfire outside the building, all while the federal shutdown continues for a third.
Let's see if we can get a shot of it going on this curve here. There it is over there. There it is again. This is where I had a deer jump out in front of me a couple months ago, right about here. Let's see if you can see the water down there. No, not at this point, but I got a glance of it. It's really green today. See it? Really green. That way, that's the West Fork. Now, I've never heard of anybody finding gold up that way. I'll have to do some more research. Could be, but I don't hear of anybody ever going there in modern times. I'm always curious, you wonder behind those two dams they have, how much gold is sitting at the bottom there and all the silt. Be interesting. Get a scuba outfit or something to go under there. I was almost home. Eager to see that gold, but we may not have a chance to look at it till tomorrow. I'm not sure what my wife's plans are yet. this area when you can't see it from up here. Well, there's a quick view. It's really, you know, we've been in a drought in California for quite a few years. Seems like we're always in a drought. But they've got a couple dams up here trying to hold in what water they have, and it's really getting critical. I hope we have a good rain this year. 2 reasons: I need to drink water, and it'll wash some fresh gold down into the San Gabriel Canyon here. Okay, so we just left Camp Williams. Saw a funny video up here in Shoemaker Road. This guy, I guess he's a newbie. He was up there with his metal detector trying it out, and all of a sudden he looks down and he thinks he sees this giant nugget right there. I guess somebody had, somewhere along the line, they probably planted some metal there so it would go off, but they had painted a rock gold. So his excitement quickly faded away. Let me see what else I'll show you up this way. Over here to the left, years ago, there used to be, I think it was down there somewhere, a little camp where you could go and they let you pan and solution all that. I think you paid to camp, you know. And there was also a store, prospecting supply store down there. And, you know, you get some information from him. I remember asking him, you know, a lot of questions about where to find the gold around here, where people find nuggets and everything. Obviously, he's not going to give all his secrets out, but it was a good place. Oh, I'm leaving the area. Beautiful day. Right now it's somewhere between 65 and 70, I believe. Nice little slight breeze out there. Back in the old days, so right here, they used to really shoot the water up there. For some reason I'm going blank on what you call that, hydro something, but they'd that's one thing I've always wondered, if they were getting gold right out of these hills here with the water process, shooting it up there, the pressure. If you had some way to hike up there without killing yourself, couldn't you find a whole bunch today? Or did they get down to where it was just hard rock and nothing left? But that kind of gives a clue. If it's there, it's not all coming from another source way upstream. It's, they're always wondering, where's the source? But obviously, some of the source is right here. So. There's the parking lot here. Thought I'd see if I recognize anybody's cars. I'm terrible to remember what people's cars look like. That could be Robert's there. I won't, maybe. I'm not sure. Looks familiar. Somebody that comes up here all the time. Alright. Oh well, let me go. Okay, I changed my mind abruptly on that idea. I got a couple little scoops here. The stuff's like concrete, which a lot of times that's where nuggets will be, but I need a pick to get into that stuff if there's anything there. Maybe this will give me an indication if I take it home if there's any specks at all. Might tell me it's worth digging concrete. I was going to mention another thing. The guy I met down there, he's from Poland originally. I'm terrible with names. It's either Arthur or maybe Alfred. I don't know. So apologize if he doesn't like to watch these. He doesn't like anybody videotape it up here. So he probably won't look at it. But we ended up having something in common. My dad's dad came from what was called Prussia at that time. When he was a teenager, the Russians, it's Poland now, but they call it Prussia because the Russians had taken that section over, and they're trying to make him learn Russian, and he didn't want to do it. He was rebellious, got kicked out of school, And so the relatives thought he's not going to be able to get a job or anything, so they sent him to America. And his name was Kalinski, a Polish name. So when he got here, he met somebody and changed his name to what he thought was an American name, Engelhardt. It's probably German or English or something, actually. But the reason he did that was, it seemed like every generation decides they want to persecute somebody and make fun of them and give them a hard time. So at that point in time, they're doing that with the Polish people. Oh, what are you guys coming over here for and all that, taking our jobs, the usual routine. So he changed his name so he could get a job. After that, then they're getting after the Irish. They persecuted them, then the Italians. I don't know if that's the right order. Eventually, of course, the blacks for a long time. And now I guess it's Hispanics. So everybody seems to have to take their turn, unfortunately, in this world we live in. But so we had something in common, so we talked for quite a bit. But when I left, he wasn't, he said he wasn't doing too great, but he was kind of still testing some areas. He says he's done good up there before, though. Okay. I was just going to drive off, and then I noticed a little cliff close to where I'm parked. I thought, I've got an empty bucket. Why not take some of this dirt home with me and pan it out? Probably nothing in it, but you never know. Well, I made it back to the car. I'm huffy and puffy. It's quite a climb. It seemed like I brought all the gnats with me here, but get rid of them. So, I've never dedicated anything to anybody before, but I thought, I'm going to dedicate this trip to my dad. He died a few years ago. He's the one that brought me out here. I didn't know I'd get emotional about this. Okay, Larry. He, I don't think I appreciated it at the time very much. I like to be with him, but, I don't think I really appreciated what he was doing for me, the legacy he was going to leave for me. So I'm going to dedicate this little trip to him. I know he can't hear me. He's in the ground, dust to dust. But I do believe in the resurrection. Some of you that watch this may think that's stupid, but the Bible says there's going to be a resurrection of the righteous and the unrighteous. The righteous, of course, being those that already know about God, like ones like Moses, Abraham, Noah, and so forth. The unrighteous are just people that never really had the opportunity. They're not wicked people. They're just, if given the right setting, they'd probably follow him. So I'm looking forward to my dad coming back in the resurrection, and hopefully I'll be there to greet him. And I'll probably won't have these videos, but I'll tell him about my adventures and how much I appreciated him. Accidentally left my scooper and my backpack with my snuffer bottle and sample bottles and all that in the car, and I don't want to go all the way up there and then have to come all the way back just to clean this out. So here's my concentrates. Let's see, it's any visible gold. Yeah, must be all on the bottom. I know it's in there. Saw it in the sluice. Well, what I'm going to, I see, there's a little bit over there. What I'm going to do is, my wife really enjoys panning, and she'll get every little speck out of there. So I'm going to bring this home, and these gnats won't leave me alone. I'm going to bring this home and let her pan it out. I think she'll enjoy that. I don't know if she'll have time today, but tomorrow maybe. But I think I got a goodly amount, as they say, from the way it looked in the sluice, and then it was in the matting also. I probably cleaned out before the whole thing collapsed, probably cleaned out everything there, because before it collapsed I wasn't getting anything. But it's not a bad spot. I'll have to try it again. The expanded metal and the ripples off, so here's the matting I'm going to clean. You can see some visible gold right there. Looks like there's a piece there. Where It's down in here. So, looks good. I'm starting to take it apart. I took the flare off, cleaned it off, and I could see in the matting, I could see gold trapped in there. Here and there's a piece right there. So, I might have done actually pretty good. Talking to Arthur, I'd have to cross the stream or anything to get to where he was, but I just yelled to him. I guess he said he found some. He's not a whole lot yet. And that's Arthur way down there. Okay, I'm going to probably clean it out pretty quick, so here's what I've got. You can see it. I don't know what I've got down towards the end. Hopefully there's even more. Quite a bit actually in the second knot. So on this hole I'm digging right next to where the stream is now. If there was any gold being pushed right here, now it could have pushed it, you know, just everything up there when the water is way up towards the bank. But if it did push it around, what it would do is go around this thing and work its way in front of it. And you see there's another rock right that it's sitting on. So it could be some right back in here, down in here, or if I could move this, maybe under there. I don't know if I can. It's getting kind of late. And I'll dig in this a little more right here. I'm trying next to this boulder by the stream here. I know a lot of stuff around here has been moved around from other people digging, but this one appears to have been here for a while. I'm trying to dig under it as much as I can. I should actually be filling this bucket up with water and classifying it that way to get all this stuff off these rocks. But I'm getting too tired to mess with it that way. So I'll just do the best I can. So let me just say it's a beautiful day out here. Mid-70s is what it's going to get up to. I'm guessing right now it's probably about maybe 70. And I just can't complain. It's peaceful. There's just one other guy from Poland. I think he said his name's Arthur. He's upstream. He has one of those plastic La Trappes he really loves. Lightweight. Gets the job done. He did a few test holes. In a little while I'll go up there and see how he's doing. He probably won't let me take a video. I guess he actually commented on a couple ones. I think Robert Ferguson, he commented on yours one time. He got mad about showing where the spot was and all that. But I think by that time everybody knew where it was anyway. So I told him I won't give out any secrets. So maybe he'll let me, if he has anything, maybe he'll let me take a picture of his sluice anyway. We'll see. I'll do that in a few minutes. I'm trying next to this boulder by the stream here. I know a lot of stuff around here has been moved around from other people digging, but this one appears to have been here for a while. I'm trying to dig under it as much as I can. I should actually be filling this bucket up with water and classifying it that way to get all this stuff off these rocks. But Getting too tired to mess with it that way. So I'll just do the best I can. So let me just say it's a beautiful day out here. Mid-70s is what it's going to get up to. I'm guessing right now it's probably about maybe 70. And I just can't complain. It's peaceful. There's just one other guy from Poland. I think he said his name's Arthur. He's upstream. He has one of those plastic La Trappes he really loves. Lightweight. Gets the job done. He did a few test holes. In a little while I'll go up there and see how he's doing. He probably won't let me take a video. I guess he actually commented on a couple ones. I think Robert Ferguson, he commented on yours one time. He got mad about showing where the spot was and all that. But I think by that time everybody knew where it was anyway. So I told him I won't give out any secrets. So maybe he'll let me, if he has anything, maybe he'll let me take a picture of his sluice anyway. We'll see. I'll do that in a few minutes.